Okay, let's do this. Is this a little louder than it was before? Hold on. It might just be loud in my own ears. Go ahead and change the category over. There we go. Feels a touch loud. Yeah, hold on one second. Okay, I turned it down just a little bit. Alright, chapter 5. Let's do it. Oh. Giant footprints. Okay. Oh, this kid again. Okay. Oh, the movie. That's right. The movie they were shooting. Okay, so no, not even a showing of what this case is about. Okay. Keep letting me know if the audio is okay or not, so I can. I feel like this is around where it was before. Oh, I have to be Lotta again. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, I was not prepared for this. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. So what's next for the great Miles Edgeworth, huh? Wait, you are serious about not being a prosecutor no more, ain't ya? Yes, I am. No longer a prosecutor. It's hard to believe, and yet... That's strange. I could have sworn that... Okay, I'm just gonna... Hold on a sec. I'll try that, and then if that's too quiet, then I'll turn it back up a notch. Okay. I can't stop thinking about what Mr. DeKiller said. Me either. Oh my god, yes, we know this game, come on. I know it's been like a week since I played this, but I remember already. This isn't over. We still don't know who the mysterious figure in the red raincoat at Gourd Lake was. Or who really wrote that letter. We've been dancing to somebody else's tune this whole time, but whose? I feel like... Oh, okay, it's not gonna... Okay, that kind of fixed her frog eyes a little bit here in this her portrait. In the Phoenix trilogy, her portrait here, like her eyes were like bigger and more cross-eyed, so she kind of looked like a frog. They kind of fixed it a little bit. That's okay, Zori. Thank you for being here for a little bit. I hope you feel better. What I was gonna say was, the person that's been doing all this is probably whoever was one of the kids in the car, right? That was trapped in the car. Wait, were they wait, hold on, I'm trying to remember. Was that, am I remembering that right? From case 3. Did they mention that there was cause like remember Gusto said his son didn't show up that night. And so for some reason I'm like, well, I don't think we've seen his son yet. So yeah, I'll see you on Discord. Don't worry, Zori. Still can't let it go, huh? You're like a dog with a dang bone. Both y'all are. Well, I got me some reporting to do, so I'll catch you some other time, I guess. Wow, you have a new story to chase already? You trying to patronize me, girl? You bet I got new stories, more than you can shake a stick at. A good reporter always has 3 or 4 leads bubbling away in that old scoop pot. Yeah, take care, Zori. Somebody please! Whoa, what now? Penny! Please, you have to help me! Do I know her? What's the matter? Has something happened? There's a body! It looks like a monster might have... A monster? Well, I'll be. Anybody else smell the sweet, sweet smell of a scoop soup? Scoop soup? This way, hurry! Oh my god, Lotta. What's happening now? What indeed? I suppose there's only one way to find out. What? What is this? Huh? These look like... Yeah, footprints! This right here is photo gold. Footprints? But how big would a creature have to be to leave footprints like this? Is it not the monster thing in the movie? Mr. Edgeworth, look! What are you two doing here? Shilong Lang, what's he doing here? Wait, the guy on the floor, that's... No. What is he doing back here? I thought he went back to his country. Di Zhang Wang, the president of Zhengfa. And why are you... Oh, you were... following him? Or one of his bodyguards or something? Agent Lang! Mr. Prosecutor, how did you get here so quick? What's going on here? Huh? You don't think that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out myself? We can't blame him for being on edge, I suppose. The leader of his country is dead. Speaking of which, how did you end up back here? The body is lying inside of the footprints. One of the footprints. What on earth happened to him? Monster! Oh, don't you do this again, Lotta. Come on. Monster? What the heck else do you want me to say, huh? Them right there's monster prints, mister. That big old battle Tarasaurus done stomped right through here. I ain't never been sure of nothing. Tara what? And I suppose you mean you are sure? Oh my god, I'm doing terrible with my reading today, sorry. This right here's the scoop to scoop up all the other scoops and bury them 10 feet deep. Man trampled by giant monster. They'll lead with that in every paper from here to Honolulu. Ridiculous. There's no such thing as monsters. Wait. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Di Zhang Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zheng Fa have not gone unnoticed. You avert something of a crisis. You're the assassin we've been looking for? In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. Yeah, the way she speaks is hard for me to read fully, well, the first time. Did he finally manage to? You! Did you discover the body? Yes! That is, What are you doing, Agent Lang? Langzi says, begin at the beginning, with the first person to arrive at the scene. Well, did you really just discover the body? Yes. Hey, go easy on her. Can't you see she's scared? I don't think he's in the mood to go easy on anybody. Nobody's getting it to easy today. Do you have any idea who that is lying dead over there? That's President Wang, the leader of Zheng Fa. Hold it! Please, Agent Lang. You don't seem your usual self. In more ways than one, in fact. When we first met, you had more underlings than I can count. And you were known for your unrivaled arrest rate and your cool head under pressure. Now the underlings are gone and you've forgotten the fundamentals of police work. What happened? What did you just say? Shouldn't you be looking over the scene instead of accusing the first person you run into? Or is it me who's forgotten the fundamentals? I don't need you to tell me how to do my job. I was just about to get started. Good. That seemed to have calmed him down a little. We should take a look around too, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, I think we should. At least until the police arrive. I'm not strictly supposed to conduct investigations anymore. Don't nobody need to do no looking around. I done told y'all who did this. It was Tarasaurus, or my name ain't Lotta Hart. Wait. Not who did this, what did it? Yeah, that. Are you quite finished? We have an investigation to be getting on with. Step aside, please. Dang, oh my god. You can't order me around no more, mister. You step out of my dang way when way's more like it. Y'all mess with this here scoop of mine and there'll be heck to pay and then some. Excuse me. The woman who found the body. Where do I know her from? You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me? Oh, yes, of course. We met on that case. No way, you two know each other? Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. From somewhere. Great to meet you! I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Wow, I never knew you had your own adorable little assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I work over at Global Studios. I'm in charge of props. It's nice to meet you. Of course. One of my old cases involved a murder on the set of the Steel Samurai movie. She was a member of the crew and provided some key evidence. Yeah, Lily, most people's names in this series are puns of some kind. Our paths must have crossed several times while it was all going on. And yet, I didn't completely forget. I'd completely forgotten her. It's good to see you again. So if you're here, I guess that means... That's right! We're here on location filming for Global Studios! It's kind of a big feature, to tell you the truth. I was first in today, wanted to make an early start. But then I noticed something was wrong. The footprints and the body... We'll take a closer look at the body in just a moment. You find it hilarious? Yeah, me too. I just love how Ace Attorney 6 does, like, takes the pun names, like, way further than they've ever been before in the whole series. It's crazy. You'll see when I eventually get there, when I stream these. Oh my god, my nose is so, like, it's runny and stuffy at the same time. Oh my god. Ah. In the meantime, can I ask you to notify the police? Yes, of course, right away. I'll need to speak to her at length a little later. But first, let's go over the scene. There's plenty to look at besides the body. I'll need to examine everything in detail. Am I gonna have to do mind chests against Lang? Probably. Okay. Excuse me. This looks like equipment used by the lighting department. Oh wait, I just remembered there was something I wanted to ask you. Could you maybe light me up when I'm doing my next robbery? Help me look super cool? You want me to shine a light on you while you're committing a crime? You bet I do. What's so weird about that? What's the point in me doing my great thieving in the dark? The folks in the cheap seats won't be able to see a thing. Wait, you're imagining you'll be committing this robbery in front of an audience? This thing in front of the trailer here looks like a monster costume. What? That's a costume? You're sure the creature that made these huge footprints didn't just shrink or something? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. A costume. Okay. Okay. Can I not examine the print itself? Hey, these are those plastic sheets you can put down when you have a picnic. They're plastic sheets, that much is true, but I don't think that's what they're used for. Want me to explain, Mr. Edgeworth? Those are waterproof sheets. We use them to protect the camera when it's up on the crane. If it starts raining while we're shooting, we can just cover up and keep going. Lily. I see, so they must be pretty big, right? Oh yeah. They have to be able to cover the whole rig. Wouldn't be much point using them otherwise. The weather was pretty patchy yesterday, so we wound up using them quite a bit. Are they wet then? Oh, this thing. What's this big metal stick thing? Is it for climbing trees or something? No, it's a camera crane. It's used for filming from an elevated viewpoint. Okay, really quickly, I'm just gonna, like, go... like, deal with my nose here, just very quickly, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I had to, use like a nose spray really quick to try and clear my nose a little bit. It's a camera crane. It's used for filming from an elevated viewpoint. There's no camera currently attached, but it would usually be positioned at the top there. Gotcha! Sounds perfect for casing a place before a burglary. Mind if I go ask somebody about borrowing it? And how do you propose to transport it if the answer is yes? Easy, you take the bottom part, I'll take the top. So I'm helping now? And if we go one little step at a time, we'll be back at your place before we know it. And we're walking it back to my house? Miss Nichols, where does this exit lead? Onto the grounds of the big building. Yet another case with direct ties to that same building. Yep. Okay, there we go, big building. Huh? Look at this chain and padlock. Oh, look at that, somebody cut the chain. They did? I'm sure it was still intact when I left yesterday. I'd say it's possible that this is where the killer entered from. What's the matter now? Look at that huge dent! How did that get there? Oh yeah. You're right, that is a big dent. It would have taken a sizable object to make it, and a heavy one too. That wasn't like that yesterday either. It wasn't? I guess that means the dent must have been made last night at some point. What could have made that, though? Oh, there's like a horn there or something. Let me just make sure I clicked everything so far. What is it now? Can't y'all see I'm busy? Girl needs room to work, you know. Why are you so obsessed with the idea that this was a monster attack? Monsters don't exist. Surely even you know that. What did you... You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Tarasaurus is real, dang it. I know that for a fact. Just like Gordy? For a fact, hmm? And how is that possible exactly? Because I done seen him. What? Just like Gordy. You saw Tarasaurus? Where? How? Heck yeah, I seen him. The big bad bull himself. Right there in front of me. Does it have to do with the window where, like, in the intro it showed an eye through the window? You have a theory, Cash? Maybe keep that to yourself just in case. I was up on 51 over at that there big building oh, yep, here it is. Just yesterday, right? Gathering materials for your story on the underground auction. Yes, we remember. Well, ain't you just Mr. Memory Man? That's right. I done seen him right when I took that photo. In the window, oh my gosh. The person in the red raincoat, Miss Ringer, right? Yep. Y'all see that blind right next to little Miss Red Raincoat? Well, guess who was on the other side of it at that very moment? That's right, Tarasaurus. There's nothing there. Well, I can't rightly capture every dang thing. I was just a little too far away, that's all. But I seen it all right. Boy, I did. Tarasaurus's big ol' eyes staring right at me, peeking right in at the window. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry about my nose and my voice. Thanks for the headpats, Cash. Hi, Dev. Hello. Welcome in. We're just starting. We're at the beginning of the 5th chapter of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Giantess Narris speaking through the window. I don't know if I'll be able to fit between buildings, honestly, if I was a giantess. Probably not. Excuse me, sorry. Anyhow, I don't got time to be shooting the breeze with y'all. I got snaps to snap, reporters to report. Quit bugging me, will ya? Go on, get. That entire story was ridiculous. You didn't believe a word she said, did you, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it that obvious? Okay. I'm sorry I got a little upset before. You were working here alone? That's right, I came before everyone else did, so I couldn't get everything ready. But as soon as I walked through the gate, I saw the footprints. Monster prints first thing in the morning? That must have been a real shock. It was. They weren't there when I left yesterday evening, I'm sure of it. So the footprints must have appeared late last night? At first glance, I thought maybe they were part of the set. But then I got closer and I saw that somebody was lying in the middle of one of them. You didn't notice until you were right up close? Yeah, my eyesight just seems to be getting worse and worse lately. I think I need new glasses. I didn't notice it was a body until I was right by it, which is why I got so shocked and ran away. That must be when we bumped into her. So you're shooting a movie? It wouldn't happen to be a Steel Samurai movie, would it be? Oh, Miles. Nope. Oh. This one's a creature feature. You know, the Tarasaurus movies, right? I'm afraid not. You'll have to forgive Mr. Edgeworth. He only cares about the Steel Samurai. That's not... Hey, that's alright. Not everyone's a fan. But they soon will be. So he's like a cow Godzilla? Okay. He's back after 12 years of silence, the big bad bull himself, Tarasaurus. It's the first Tarasaurus movie in a long time, so the crew's super excited about it. And parts of it are a set here at the big building, so we've been shooting on location. That explains what we saw yesterday. Don't do the Moving along? That must be what they were filming. So does Tarasaurus smash the big building to pieces in the movie? I bet he does, right? Right? Wouldn't you like to know? But you'll just have to wait to find out in theaters. Here, you can have this if you like. Oh, thank you. An epic rivalry is born, Tarasaurus versus Gordy. Speaking of Gordy. Gordy? Huh. That's right. It's not just Tarasaurus on its own this time around. He has an arch nemesis. You know Gordy, right? The monster from Gourd Lake? Oh yeah! Wasn't everybody talking about that a couple of years back? Larry! The mysterious creature in the lake! It showed up in that one couple's photo! Not only were people talking about it, it played a major part in one of my cases. Not a name I'm too wild about hearing again. The director's fascinated by the stories, which is how Gordy wound up in the movie. A little behind the times, but better late than never, I suppose. Just wait till you see the two legends tearing into each other on the big screen. Okay. I think we need to learn a little more about the security situation here on set. Miss Nichols, is the set kept locked overnight? Yeah, we use one of these. A combination lock, huh? So anybody who knows the code can get in and out. And was the lock in place when you arrived this morning? Yep, everything was locked up tight when I got here. Who knows the combination? Oh, the producer, the director, the crew, the actors? Basically everybody who's working on the movie. So any member of the cast or crew could have opened the lock and entered. Okay. Pterosaurus is kind of a symbol of nature. That's why he destroys the city. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He can attack with his horns, but that's not the only trick up his sleeve. He can bellow out shockwaves, drown people in drool, squirt them with milk. He could suffocate them with barbecue smoke, make cute little items out of leather. Those don't sound like super tough attacks. But they'll sure look good. It's our job to make sure of that. And I hope you succeed, for the sake of your entire industry. Wait, that's... You recognize it? Huh? Oh, sorry, I must have been thinking of something else. I really do need new glasses. I'm such an idiot. It's really not something to get so upset about. Is she gonna say that for everything? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Alright, body time. It really is him, huh? It certainly appears to be. The same man we met only a few days ago. So this time, the president really did get assassinated. If that is what happened, the assassination certainly chose an attention-grabbing method. I must scour the scene and inspect everything, okay. Horn! Huh? What's this white thing here? Wait, it's a bone! Does that mean 2 murders? It looks more like a horn than a bone to me. Don't we have a piece of evidence that might tell us whose horn it might be? Yeah. This could be one of Pterosaurus's horns, couldn't it? You're right! It totally could! Maybe it's part of a prop from the movie? If it is, it must be from something pretty big, judging by its size. The costume, maybe? What's he doing on the ground here? We should ask one of the crew, maybe they'll know. Okay. The body's surrounded by pieces of smashed up concrete. Yes, they look to have been thrown clear of the ground when the ground was broken. Phew! Sent flying by the mighty impact of a giant creature's foot. Sure, assuming this was the work of a giant creature. There we go. Just look at the shape! I know a hoof when I see one. There's only one thing that could possibly be the footprint of an enormous, terrifying beast. And it's not just the one, there are 3. Yeah. But you know that's impossible, don't you? You know that monsters aren't real. Sure, I probably know that somewhere deep down, but it's way more fun to believe they are. Our job is to pursue the truth, okay? Not to believe what feels most fun in the moment. Anything else? No? Okay. No obvious wounds, but he's definitely not breathing. So it really was a monster? Trampled by a giant creature? Impossible. Huh? There's something stuck in the front of his clothes there. Yes, speckles of a yellow substance. I bet it's monster drool. Yeah, that must be it. Please, Kay, can you at least try to be sensible? We'll need forensics to tell us what it might be. Looks about pretty much everything the body can tell us for now. Okay. Let's see what we can connect. He's on the front gate, only the cast and crew know the combination. Actually, let me talk to Lang here first. So, Mr. Prosecutor, we meet again. Yes, we saw you at the detention center the other day too. Yeah, you really have a habit of showing up in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're a bad penny, a bad omen, and a bad smell all rolled into one. Just stay out of my way, okay? I've got a president to avenge. You were already at the scene when we got here. Why? What were you doing in the area? What am I, a suspect? You might be. Look, I heard a scream and came running, okay? Guess it was our friend from the crew. Came in from that gate over there. Somebody already got rid of the lock for me. Not completely, I can still see it on the floor there. Perhaps I should take a closer look. Already did. When I got here, I saw a movie girl running out of the other gate. In other words, he arrived right around the same time that we did. So you had business here at the big building? Something like that. A date with destiny, let's call it. He was similarly enigmatic when we saw him at the detention center. Let me guess, you're a huge creature feature fan, so you came to see the filming of the Tarosaurus movie. Creature features? What do you think I am? Not the type of person who thinks a creature might have done this, I hope. I'm sorry about the president. You have my deepest condolences. Thanks. He was a great man. Zhengfa will be lost without him. You and he were close, correct? It all started when he hired my father. That was our big break. Our family kept him safe. That was our most important duty. And our most sacred. He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride, our family jewels. Never thought we'd be unsealing that will so soon. Wow, it sounds like your family and the president were super close. But wait, when that whole thing happened back at the lake, you weren't with the president then, right? Yeah, why not? Look, a lot happened, okay? This is all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit. I wonder what happened 12 years ago. But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Zhengfa may not be a big country, but he held that place together. Damn it! What was this security detail thinking? I imagine you've already contacted the embassy? Of course I have, and the government, and my family. They'll be going crazy right now thinking about what needs to happen with that will. And things will be getting crazy here soon too. Those bodyguards will be all over the place. If you're not a fan of trouble, I'd leave before they get here. Look, Mr. Prosecutor. These days, I'm a one-man outfit. A lone wolf. They won't be letting me lead this investigation. I've still got fangs, and I can still fight back. I'll find whoever did this, and I won't let you or anyone else get in my way. What are you showing me that for? Curse whoever killed President Wong. I'll find them. You see if I don't. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. He seems to find it hard to keep a cool head where the president is concerned. Unsurprisingly, I guess. Can't help but feel a little sorry for him, huh? Isn't there something we can do? Yes, listen carefully to what he has to say and try to help solve the president's murder. What, do you want to talk about Tarasaurus? With everything else that's going on? I'm certainly not saying that the creature could be our culprit, but he's not unrelated to the case. If there's anything you can tell us, I'd be very much obliged. Well, President Wong had a Tarasaurus toy from way back when. Why? I saw it a couple times over the years. That's why I recognized it. The same one that was on the plane and then the auction thing? Excuse me. Yeah, I saw it in the president's plane. Yeah, and in the auction. Okay. Oh my god, everything it really is just tied together. If even the leaders of our countries love Tarasaurus, he must be famous everywhere. Dogs go bow bow in other languages, right? And cats go meow, and roosters go, cocorico? Is that a Zelda reference? So what noise would the Tarasaurus from another country make? We don't even know what noise our own Tarasaurus makes, do we? That's the pin your assistant always wears, right? Yep, it represents nature's toughest and fiercest creature, the Yatagarasu. Pretty cool, right? Toughest and fiercest? Isn't it just a bird? Sorry, but I'm not allowed to let that pass. Langzi says, the wolf outstrips the raven in every respect. That little black bird of yours wouldn't survive even a single swipe of a wolf's claws. Those are big words, Sir Howls-a-Lot. But do you know what us thieves say? The raven is pretty darned amazing. That's not a very good comeback, Kay, I'm sorry. I could peck you to bits and then fly off before your stupid claws would swipe ever got close. You think a wolf can't jump? I'd snap you out of the sky before you could fly away like a coward. I'd just flap my wings super hard and blast you across the room. I haven't had to endure an argument like this since elementary school. Why are you shoving this in my face? You ought to be careful I don't bite it. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can connect now. Oh, okay. That didn't work. Okay, side gate chain. Chain holding the side gate closed was cut. Used on the front gate, only the cast and crew know the combination. So then... this would imply that one of the cast or crew members cut it? There we go. The combination lock on the gate leading to the plaza was intact when Miss Nichols arrived. But the lock on the gate leading it to the other side, out to the side of the big building, had been cut. What does that tell us? Easy! That the killer used the side gate? Precisely. And it tells us something else important too. Namely, that our culprit didn't know the number for the combination lock. Oh, yeah. You're right! It would have been way easier to come in that way if they did. But instead, they chose the classic thieves route, the lesser-known side entrance. This is no run-of-the-mill criminal, Mr. Edgeworth. We need to keep our wits about us. I'm not sure we should be excited by that fact, Kay. Anyway, we know that everybody working on the movie knew the combination. Which means it's likely that our culprit wasn't a member of the cast or crew. Okay, I was thinking wrong. Oh no, I think I already did this, right? Yeah, I already did those two. Dented fence. Ah, okay. Okay, well then I'm missing something here. Can I press? Oh, here we go. Oh, this horn. Do you recognize it? Huh? Oh, that's part of one of the Taurosaurus's horns. It's from a model we used for promotional stuff. Where did you find it? On the ground near the side entrance. That's weird. We keep a replica of Taurosaurus's head up on the roof of the trailer over there. And it's quite large, I assume? Oh yeah, well, not as big as the real thing, obviously, but it's still pretty big. It's just up there, see it? Oh. Oh yeah, the end is cut off. Right there. That's really is big. Ah, there we go. Okay, maybe that's what I need? Let's see. Found fallen next to the body, the head's usually kept up. Maybe the head fell off the roof? Both the dent in the fence and the broken horn weren't there yesterday, according to our witness. Which leads me to wonder. Wait, you think that giant Taurosaurus head could've? I do. I think it could well have rolled off the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. It seems more than possible, and it also means that the head could have landed on the body. There's no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. Oh yeah, there isn't! Now this is still only a possibility. But if the Taurosaurus head somehow fell from the roof up there... Yeah, that could kill somebody for sure! Miss Nichols, would you mind if we took a look up on the roof of the trailer? You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not. Thank you. Knock yourselves out! Oh, but don't do that literally. The steps can be kind of slippy. Alright, I'm done here. I've found out what I need to know for now. And what might that be, I wonder? Oh, this kid again? Move, old man! What did you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kid. Oh! Big Milk fan? No, you need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining and get out of here. What the? I'm sorry about him. Sean, apologize to the nice man. He's got horns on too. Oh, yeah, this kid is in the movie then. Come on, Sean. You know you can't speak to people like that. Whatever. Who the heck was he? A policeman, that's who. Why would you antagonize him like that? I thought there was going to be a trouble for a second there. I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand up to Agent Lang like that. Oh, let me introduce you all. Everybody, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making. The star? This little boy? Hi there, I'm Kay Faraday. It's great to meet you. Sean, this is Miles Edgeworth. He's a prosecutor. A prosecutor? That's right, and a pretty famous one at that. If he's a prosecutor, where's his badge? Oh, he certainly doesn't pull any punches. Oh, you might not want to get too close, Sean. She's right, it's no sight for a child. But he's involved in all this nonetheless. I'll need to speak with him. Alright, kid. Let's talk. It was Sean, wasn't it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Are you really a prosecutor? You just look like an old guy to me. I am. Old guy? Charmed, I'm sure. He's only 26! Japan in there, if you're in your 20s, you're old. Jeez. Badge first, then we talk. I don't have my badge right now. Then how do you expect people to believe you're a prosecutor? Ugh. Whew, he's not the friendliest, huh? You want me to try talking to him? Why not? I doubt it can hurt. Is this gonna be the same thing with, like, Cody and Mia? Or because she's a girl, he's gonna talk to her? So you're an actor, right, Sean? Yeah, so what? Yeah, it is. Oh my god. That's amazing! You're so cool! It's not that big a deal. Kay's approach seems to be having an effect. So, those horns of yours. Yeah, what about them? Oh, those? The makeup department made them. The character he plays has a special psychic link with Tarasaurus. And the horns allow him to communicate with his giant friend. Isn't that right, Sean? Just shut up, will you? Wow. They don't need to know all that stuff. Clenching that milk for dear life. Oh, sorry. Well, the power dynamic here seems pretty obvious. Still, that's kind of amazing, huh? The lead character in a movie? While you're still in elementary school, that's crazy! Oh! He doesn't like being called young. Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger. Oh. Oh. Okay. A little of a late bloomer. That's okay though. What? But look at him. He's so little and cute. And the backpack? I just thought the backpack's part of his costume. He's playing a role, remember? Yeah, I guess he is, huh? But he is kind of small, you have to admit. Oh, we try not to talk about that too much in front of him. I said stop telling people stuff they don't need to know! I'm sorry! So it's all part of the role, except for the carton of milk, maybe. The dead guy. That's the president, right? Yeah, you knew him? A little. I met him once. He's meeting with presidents now? Guy was a real piece of work. Hey, you can't say that. It's not nice. What was so bad about him anyway? Huh? Don't want to talk about it? Fine, I guess. Oh, President Wong was working with us on the movie. Working with you? How exactly? He had a part. Just a cameo, nothing big. Oh, that's why he was here? So we came to look around the set one time. That would have been when Sean met him. Why put the president in your movie? We heard he was a huge fan of the original Tarasaurus. So the studio offered him a little role, They figured it would be good PR. Last thing I need is amateurs on my set. I told you before, Sean, you can't talk about people like that. And I told you to shut your mouth! I guess he's none too thrilled about the idea of performing alongside non-professionals. Oh, here. What's this? Oh, wait, from yesterday? A photograph? Yeah, I just got them printed. You can keep it if you want. Wow, it's such a great picture! And you brought it specifically for me? That's so kind, thank you! No, I just happened to have a spare, that's all. I hope you don't mind me asking, but can we take a look too? Oh sure, here! So this was taken yesterday, no footprints and certainly no body. Who's in the costume though? Tarasaurus is just a movie character. How did he wind up involved in a murder? That's exactly what I'd like you to help us figure out. Then give me a reason to, old man. I'm trying here, Sean. How about some delicious candy, huh? I bet you like that, wouldn't you? Oh my god, I'm hungry. I'm hungry now. Hold on one sec. Okay, I got some candy just in case I need it. Seriously? I'm not 5 years old! The old candy Gambit usually works like a charm. So near and yet so far. You weren't near at all. Oh, okay. Same thing as the picture. The lock maybe? Nope. Okay. Alright, let's see. Is that all I can do then? Let me go up here then. Actually, would you mind coming up there with us? Oh, sure, after you. Oh, it's got some nice eyelashes. I don't know if I like it looking at me like that. So this is the mighty Tarasaurus. Huh? He looks different from before. Here, he's way cooler on the flyer. What's with that weird nose ring on his model? Oh yeah, actually. Oh, I forgot. You two aren't Tarasaurus fans. This is the original Tarasaurus design from 12 years back. What? No nose ring? Nose rings are so cool though. Huh? So what's the one on the flyer? That's the all-new Tarasaurus. They give him a makeover specifically for the movie. He looks so much more contemporary now, don't you think? One sec. Yeah, I know, right? Look at mine. Look at my nose ring. A makeover? He's totally different! This one's, it's just... a cow. Well, he is just a cow. Or at least he was originally based on a cow. He's a moonstrosity. A moonstrosity? Yeah, the cow, man's best friend, reimagined as a terrifying monster? It totally makes you think about our whole relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept. I think the concept might be a little lost on me. Why is the table broken, though, there? Me too, I'm afraid. Did something burn here? It's a wooden table! Sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched. That's weird. The head should be on that table. But the legs are broken. Guess Tarasaurus isn't going back on there now. The scorch marks look particularly bad where the legs snapped off. I think there might have been a fire up here. Do you think that's what happened to the legs? Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head fell down. Would have fallen down on the ground below. The fire caused the head to fall. Yeah, Cash, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I'm pretty sure that table would collapse just by it being on the table. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them. That's a heater? Oh my god. Oh, you're right, I'm sorry. I'll make sure somebody moves them. But the stove didn't get used yesterday. Not while I was here, anyway. Which makes the question of what could have started the fire all the more interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I could probably throw that little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of here. You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, Kay? No, I was thinking I can just carry it around with me. Then every time you shout objection, I can light you up with it and make you look super cool. Yeah, I can picture it now. You'd look amazing. Well, do I get the job? When do I start? Hopefully never. There's a toolbox here. I kind of want to open that or look at it. Quit looking at me so weird, so sensually. The model was made for promotional events, stuff like that. So people would remember the old Tarasaurus and realize that it was a reboot. Yeah, he does look a little different. People might not get it otherwise. And just as we thought, his horn is broken. So the model really is what killed the president? I think it's a distinct possibility, but there's one thing I don't quite understand. What's that? Miss Nichols, the model looks very heavy. How do you move it around? Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out. If you happen not to be a member of the cast or crew, for example. Once it's in pieces, can one person move it? Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could. Okay. I'm sure I remember that face from somewhere. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. I know this cow. Funny, I was just thinking the exact same thing. Yeah, it's the old design on the plushie, and yeah. So President Wong's plushie was a soft toy version of the original Tarasaurus. Can this really just be a coincidence? Of course not, nothing's a coincidence in Ace Attorney. Oh, okay, that's done. Alright, I think that just about wraps up our preliminary investigations. So he was killed by... Yes, by a falling Tarasaurus head. At least that seems the most likely explanation for now. It came down right on top of him, huh? Uh-oh. Oh boy, here we go. Well, they took their time, but here they are. Police, bodyguards, the whole gang. Mr. President! It's a little late for that, don't you think? Curses, who did this? Whoever it was made a big mistake. He's gonna accuse someone here. But I promise you this. They'll pay. I'm on their trail already. What? What do you mean? Our president may have been murdered, but that doesn't mean that extraterritoriality applies. The local police have jurisdiction. Luckily, I know the right people to talk to. And I just got myself seconded to the case. Lowly one-man outfit or not, I'll be working this one. Sounds like you already have an idea of where you'd like to focus your inquiries. More than that, I've already caught scent of my prey. Prey, huh? Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building. What is she doing there? Hi, Butter! Welcome in. It's pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everybody who goes up there. And in this particular case, it recorded the president and his murderer clear as day. Oh, come on, dude. What was Judge Cavell doing there? He's saying he suspects her of the murder? Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsius winner. But murder goes against everything she believes in. You lost your vet cash? Oh, you were thinking someone else. He was gonna accuse someone else. Agent Lang, perhaps you could explain your thinking of the matter a little further? I heard a little rumor while I was over at the big building. It was about you, Edgeworth. You're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? Which means you don't have jurisdiction here. But you want to cross-examine me while I explain my thinking? Why would I agree to that? Curses. Hey, don't be like that! You were the one who was just talking about being a lonely one-man outfit. You know what? Maybe it should be you explaining your thinking to me. How come, even though you're not a prosecutor, you're still sticking your nose into this case? It's a valid question. Why am I still here? Perhaps I can clarify that with a question of my own, Agent Lang. Why are you so desperate to catch the person who murdered President Wang? Because above all else, you're an investigator, correct? I'm desperate to catch a certain somebody myself. A person who orchestrated a murder at the big building yesterday. A person who put Kay's freedom in jeopardy, who put her in grave danger. That person is out there somewhere right now, lurking in the shadows, laughing. And until I uncover the truth and make that person pay, it doesn't matter if I'm a prosecutor anymore. I'll keep fighting. Find the truth, and don't give up until you do. That's a rule I live by. You may have the look of a smart guy, but you're a fool just like the rest of us. A fool? How dare you? That was just what I needed to hear. Fine, you're in. I've lost my minions, and you've lost your fancy title. But it seems neither of us is prepared to give up on this investigation. Now, seeing as we're both so stubborn, how about we go head to head and thrash out the details? I'd be honored. But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. I have an assassin to catch. And not even you're going to get in the way of that. Of course, I would expect no less. Ooh, a real rivalry now. Let me show you the truth I tore from this case with my bare fangs. Why he suspects her, okay. Alright, so this judge friend of yours met the president up on the roof? And then she punished him, and she pushed him, and he landed right here. This all happened the night before last. The people had all been cleared from the viewing platform, so it was just the two of them up there. 11:05 p.m., really? And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it, she killed the president. They were there completely alone? No bodyguards? None. I checked. His security detail had no idea he even went up there. Why? He must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation they didn't want anybody to hear. But what kind of conversation? How were the two of them even connected? Seems the president spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time. He had him set aside the viewing platform just for the two of them. And it was the president asking. I guess the guy wasn't about to refuse. So the last person to see the president alive really could have been? Yep. Gavel, did you see her name was? Her. His argument certainly isn't completely without merit. But I noticed at least one glaring hole, in his reasoning. Don't mention glaring holes around me, Edgeworth. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. Okay, let's see.
Hold it!
How can you say for certain that the two really met? So the plan is to come in swinging, huh? I've seen worse approaches. Dominate the battlefield, counter your opponent's every move. It's a tried and tested strategy. And not what I was intending at all. When this battle has barely even begun. Mr. Prosecutor, so shut up and buckle up. She pushed him, okay. The night before last. How can you be so sure of that? If you're not sure, then take another look. Take as many as you need. This picture is from the camera up there on the viewing platform, like I said. And the camera doesn't lie. That's from 2 nights ago.
Objection!
You have a picture of them both entering the rooftop area. But nothing from after that point, I assume. No, there's only one camera and it's pointed at the elevator. Well, that's stupid. There should be multiple pointed all around the viewing platform. You can't see the viewing platform itself. Still. This is when the murder happened, I'm sure of it. If the president really was killed 2 nights ago, then his body would have been here in the lot this whole time. Yeah. Taking a little moment there, Mr. Prosecutor? Well, save it. I'm not done explaining. Not even close.
Hold it!
Yeah, if he died 2 nights ago, then he should have, been there and somebody would have seen him sooner, right? It's entirely possible someone else was up there, surely. Yeah, what about the cotton candy stand? The owner of the building received a request from the president himself to clear the area. He knew there'd be serious trouble if he messed up, so he went to work as quick as he could. They cleared everybody out, and I mean everybody, including your stupid cotton candy seller. Stupid? That's mean! Still, it wasn't enough. If it had been, the president wouldn't be lying there now.
Hold it!
No doubt about it. Are you certain of that? Of course I am! The place, the time, everything points to the woman in that picture. Not the time of death, though. The place and time, interesting. Agent Lang seems to believe the president wound up in a certain place at a certain time, and yet... I think I'm starting to see the problem here. Okay. So, let's see. No doubt about it, she killed the president. This all happened the night before the last. Where's the camera? Shows, Wong and Gavel in front of the elevator on the roof of the big building, okay. 11:05 p.m. 2 days ago? Okay. That's 2 days ago, then how did he show up here? Photo taken yesterday. The monster footprints are no body were visible at this point. There we go.
Objection!
Shi Long Lang, former star agent of Interpol. How the mighty have fallen. What? Take a look at this picture. Look at this! It's a behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew. Look at those smiles! Well, maybe not Sean's, but you know what I mean. And it was taken only yesterday. What? If Judge Gavel really did kill President Wong the night before last, the body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture. And, well, somebody would have noticed it before taking the picture as well, so... What? Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. Yeah, I love how smug he is too. After all, thorough witness interviews form the basis of any good investigation, as you should know. I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Mr. Edgeworth. You really do love backing your opponent into a corner, huh? Fine, you got me. I must say, it's been a while. I almost missed it. It's only been like a week, dude. Perhaps if you tried to stay a little calmer while conducting your investigations in the future. Don't push your luck, Edgeworth. Lang Ji says, the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be calming down anytime soon, not until we've caught the president's killer. I want the same thing, we all do. Nonetheless, the body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall. Hi, Double Dog! How you doing? Just popping in for a sec. That's okay. I'm eating a Kit Kat real quick. Thank you for the head pads. The incident occurred here on the movie set. Not at the top of a big building. Says you, but that's just your theory. I'm not about to give up on my own business because of it. But it literally can't have happened the night before last. Is that possible? We just proved it, yeah. Did you? What if? What if your friend Gavel pushed the president off the big building the night before last? And then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere? Here? But where? He's gonna say in the costume. There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment. You could hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later, last night, in other words, and take it out again. But that would prove that I guess they wouldn't matter when the time of death would be then, if that was the case. We just need to check the lot for trace evidence. We'll soon find where she put it.
Objection!
There won't be any need for that. What? This piece of evidence proves that Judge Gavel can't have hidden the body. Seems like it fell for... I don't know what this is asking. Oh, the lock. Both entrances to this lot were locked. And we already know that the chain on the side gate was cut only last night. Ugh. Judge Gavel had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last. But the murder has to have happened 2 nights ago. Why are you so set on believing that? Because, if you remember, that picture was a printout from a video, and there was more. Then why don't you show me the video footage? There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up on the roof with the president. It shows her heading back into the elevator alone. You know what there's no footage of? The president himself leaving that roof. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the top of the building that high. Unless he was pushed by Gavel. Are you looking at the body, dude? Do you see any, like, blood anywhere on the ground? Unless you're claiming he has invisible blood. You say the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform? Yeah, the camera was pointed at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had come up or down, it would have been on that tape. In other words, the presence of the camera ensured that nobody could have left unnoticed. I see. That's not good news for Judge Gavel. Mama's a little hungry, sorry. Hiding information from your debate partner is bad, yep. Yep. Well, Edward's getting a taste of his own medicine, because he's done that before, many times. Vanishing from a roof hundreds of feet in the air? Yeah, that's a tricky one, alright. Oh my god, I just spit all over my mic. Indeed, even the Yatagarasu can't actually fly. Well, not yet anyhow. Just need a little more practice. Please don't tell me you think you can actually learn. Rebuttal has the word "but" in it. That's funny.
Hold it!
A few dozen minutes? That's awfully vague. The exact length of time doesn't matter. Not anymore, anyway. What matters is what she did after that. And what was that exactly? Perhaps you'd care to elaborate? Oh, I mean to, believe me.
Hold it!
Okay, she got back on the elevator alone. So she was alone when she went back down in the elevator? You're sure of that? I'm certain. Like I said, there's footage from a little while after they went up to the roof. Footage of Gavel recorded by the camera that points at the elevator. And she was getting back into the elevator. Just her. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. It seems almost certain that Judge Gavel did indeed go back into the elevator alone. I doubt he'd be so sure of himself otherwise. Ah, it's so weird, right? Like, completely alone? Not even her pal, the Goddess of Justice, was there? I doubt the presence of an invisible entity would have swung things either way. Okay, with a jetpack and wingsuit would be terrifying, yeah. What? No fair. Poor Goddess of Justice. I feel like I should light a candle for her and say a little prayer. If we could return to the matter at hand, Agent Lang. You don't think there's any possibility the President could have taken the elevator at some later point? No. I considered it, but... You know, there's footage... Yeah.
Hold it!
And just to be thorough, the camera has no blind spots, and it was functioning normally? Are you trying to say I'd overlook stuff like that? What do you think I am? Forgive me, as I said, I was just being thorough. It's simply my way. Huh, whatever. The footage was clean, okay? There's no doubt about it. The President came up in that elevator and he never went back down. Understood? While I may question your testimony, I'll refrain from questioning your methods any further. Do what you want. They're both rock solid.
Hold it!
Oh my gosh, rock solid. Oh my god, I just, for some reason when he said rock, I immediately, like, pictured a rock Pikmin or whatever in my head. And now I'm like, oh man, I wanna play Pikmin 3 again at some point. And what if there was another way he could have gotten down? What about the stairs? Like the Shinra building. He was 50 stories up, don't be ridiculous. The elevator was the only way down, it's that simple. If you want to take my theory apart, you'll need some sharper tools than this. Would there really have been no other way of leaving the viewing platform? I'm so sorry, like doing the different voices back and forth, it's for some reason it makes me burp a bit more than normal. Oh, and you know what? It's probably because I'm running out of breath a lot, so I inhale too much air or something. That's probably why. Pikmin are once puntable and huggable. Yeah. Hey, what you barking at? Woof woof, woof woof woof. What you barking at? Hmm? No barking. No barking. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, are you about convinced? There's no other way the President came to be lying there.
Hold it!
I think it's a little too soon to be saying that for certain. Struggle all you like, you won't escape me. My fangs will close around you in the end. 4? Your fangs aren't inescapable, and neither was that rooftop. I'll escape one by showing you how the President escaped the other. Ooh, nice! There's nothing this great thief loves more than a breakout. You talk a good game, Mr. Prosecutor. Now why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Escape away if you can. So the camera means no one could have gone unnoticed? Or does it? Was falling really the only way he could have left that rooftop? No! No! Hey! Shh! Hey! No! There's footage from a few dozen minutes after. Okay, hold on. Okay. There's no footage of the President riding the elevator down to leave. I'm thinking there's an entrance to the hidden 51st floor on the roof. I'm betting this is a possibility that we can bring up. The hatch that leads down to the the auction room. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the top of the building that night. I'm gonna present that.
Objection!
Actually, there was another way. Apart from the elevator? What do you mean? You're not about to tell me he flew. He didn't need to. It was much simpler than that. Assuming the president knew what we know, of course. Namely, that the big building has a hidden 51st floor. What? That's right, a hidden floor. With a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator. But why would he do that? What? But you said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret? How would the president even know about it? It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to just yet. For now, this is just a theory. So, what are we talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? Sounds like the kind of place your little ninja friend would happily spend time in. No, I hate it there! Don't make me go back! Unfortunately, Kay's memories of it are far from happy. There's a secret storeroom up there where they kept the lots for an underground auction. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday. An underground auction? What the heck are you trying to say? That President Wong was involved somehow? I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility. Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems that type. Aroo! Eek! He'd never do that. Not the president. Illegal underground auctions? No! He'd have nothing to do with it. Nothing. What's gotten into him? I hope you two are feeling lucky. Because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting. Huh, she ran away. You know nothing, neither of you! You have no idea how much the people love him, how well respected he is! Is that really true? I guess we know what lurks behind that seemingly respectable public face. But the people of Zhengfa clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No, what good would it do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn, both of us. I can only apologize. Apology accepted, and reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away. Wow, he's apologizing for once. It's alright, Kay, you can come out now. Sorry. It's fine. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president. Well, ain't you just a fine figure of a man? Lotta, get out of here, come on. All patriotic and such. Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing. What are you talking about? Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Really good news. What? Ain't no way in heck your pal the president moseyed on downstairs with Via 51. 'Cause she was there. Really? I was hunkered down in that there storeroom the whole dang time. Eyes peeled like oranges. Of course, she would have already snuck in at that point. Right, but didn't she say that she, like, temporarily passed out for a little bit? Thanks. That's very useful to know. Well, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Guess my theory still stands, which means I'm not budging an inch. Nobody saw the president after he met with Gavel 2 nights ago. That's a fact. But it's also a fact that the body only appeared last night. How could the president have fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only been found today? That seems a little slow, as falls go, wouldn't you say? Sure. There are questions that still need answering. I'll give you that. Then I guess there's one thing we can both agree on. Oh yeah, what's that? The question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation. Yeah, I guess all we know for sure is that the body and the footprints appeared during the night. How, though? How did the footprints happen? Agent Lang, we'd like to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind. Fine, he's all yours, just take care of him, okay? And one last thing. What? We found footprints near the body. I mean, footprints in the footprint, if you will. Little ones in the big one. Human footprints in the monster print? Interesting. And what kind of prints? Sir, they were child's footprints. About the size of your average elementary school kid. Huh? Elementary school? No, it couldn't be. What now? Miss Nichols? Oh, I didn't mean to butt in, sorry. Was there something you wanted to say? What's she so scared of? There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but... I'm sure it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it? Last night, I came here. What? You mean you came, but are you telling us you have tiny feet, lady? Is that what you're trying to say? You're covering for the kid, you're covering for Sean, aren't you? You mean you came back to the set? Why? Well, I just wanted to, I was worried about him, so I came back to check. Him? Oh, check on Sean, I mean. So she's not exactly covering for him. Sean, the boy. Makes sense. Yes, you see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse. Wow, he really does take his job seriously, huh? Well, this movie is his first lead role. And he's trying so hard to make it perfect. So she might have seen what happened last night? Around what time was this? Oh my god, my nose! Stop being so stuffy! Oh my god. Let's see, it was already after 10, I think. It looked like it might be about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. And when I got here, well... You saw something, didn't you? Yes. Sean was there on his own, running his lines. And towering above him there was this long, like, really, really long neck. Neck? Yes, with skin like an enormous worm. It was like a dinosaur. Ooh-wee, you mean? It must be. Gordy! Good old Gordy! You done gave me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now. What? Now Gordy's involved too? Yeah, I think he might be. I was as surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who can communicate with monsters. Hot dang, you're right. He could have been communicating for real with them little horn doohickeys of his. Their makeup though, dude. Oh, wait. It was the fucking camera thing, dude. Come on. Right, but it seemed more like he was kind of looking up and talking right to him. Talking to him. It was, sorry. It was like they were friends. It's pretty weird, right? Dang, tootin' is weird. Weirder than a mustache on a mule. How could he cheat on his best monster pal like that? I fear movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here. And you're absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Oh yes, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I just turned and ran.
Well, how about that, Mr. Prosecutor? Another mysterious beast to contend with. Don't tell me you believe this nonsense, Agent Lang. The monster angle's neither here nor there. But I think we have a pretty good idea now who we need to speak to next. Young Mr. Fenn. If he really was here last night. And there's a good chance he saw something. My thoughts exactly. The prosecution calls Sean Fenn to the stand.
Sean ran off just a moment ago.
What?
We need to go after him!
Where are you, kid? Where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home?
You're right! They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure, or maybe he went off the lam.
Nah, you're just overthinking things, Shirley.
He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president, not on his own. And who said he was on his own, huh? Maybe a monster gave him a hand. Maybe he summoned one of his creature feature pals to help him? Yes, very funny. I'm not saying the kid did it, not for sure anyway, not yet. But he's our most important witness right now, and we need to find him.
Gumshoe!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Hey, it's Gummy!
Oh,
No, come back! Why'd you run? He ran away!
What was that about? Well, it just goes to show that your police force can't be trusted. Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the president's murder alone? Yeah, so what?
Well, last time we met you, you had about 800 other agents helping you.
Sure, but I told you I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys and I don't need friends. All I need are these fangs right here. These fangs right here. Keeps things nice and simple. No lackeys, no friends. Teammates? Friends? To hell with that! Anyway, catch you both around.
Things just done got interested. And it sounds like I got my work cut out for me. Two big besties on the prowl. Hooey! And it's raining scoops. If I don't catch at least one, I ain't no shutterbug worthy of the name. Wow, this all got kind of complicated, huh?
It did. The Taurosaurus footprints were bad enough. Now Gordy? This might as well be a movie.
Well then, we'd better get our monster hunting shoes on.
Nice reference. I suppose we had. Huh? Who's that?
That's one of Agent Lang's old team.
We've come across a few of them on previous cases, but this one's on his own. Excuse me? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Shifu? He's not technically my boss anymore. Really? What happened? You remember that case from a month or so back? The Yatagarasu case, how could we forget? You made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come and still keep your job. Indeed, I guess that was pretty close. Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility, so they disbanded our team.
Wow, that's harsh.
But it explains why he's now a lone wolf, as he puts it.
So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise. 12 years ago? What does that mean? Sorry, I already said too much.
Oh no,
I'd better be on my way. These ghosts of Agent Lang's. Could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating?
Well, looks like everybody's left except us. What do we do now?
Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down young Sean. Perhaps we should try investigating another angle.
What kind of other angle?
Somebody needs to get Judge Gavel's side of the story.
Oh yeah, you're right! What did she say again? Please forgive me, but I have better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. I guess the trial will be beginning right around now.
Indeed, I think we'd better head down to the courthouse, don't you?
Alright, let's go!
Yeah, we're gonna get to see Gavel again. She's on our side now, hopefully still. Oh my god, that was a long segment. That was like an hour and a half. We can keep going. I want to see who's in charge of the trial. It's... You can just barely see them, but it's them. There we go. Ooh, two best girls in the same room. Again?
Is the defense ready to proceed?
You bet. Bring it on, Big G.
The prosecution has been ready for some time.
The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared.
Where'd he go?
So Fender and Franziska have taken over in their places.
Very well, let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to the proceedings. The crime we are here to I don't know how to say that, took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. These two factors combined cause pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we're ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you for stepping in at such short notice.
Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me, though. Gang didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, Fran? Everything cool over on your side?
It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. Oh, giving me head pats. Oh. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well, bring the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, to the stand.
Oh my gosh, she's still wearing the fox coat. Why couldn't she be a BBW? Come on.
I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. All right, the accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here.
Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear, really? Fine, carry on if you must. I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for a moment. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. Huh? Uh-oh. Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that? No, the evidence! What gives, friend? Everything okay? The murder weapon, it's not here! And neither is Body Harmonicus' chisel! Say it ain't so! The pieces of evidence got destroyed. Damn you, fucking winner chief. Silence, silence! Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, Then what exactly are we all doing here? She made a deal with, the chief, and the chief destroyed evidence, probably. Oh my god, sorry. Oh my goodness, welcome Raiders. Hi, Drenagon, hi. Welcome in, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Hi. We're at the second segment of the final chapter of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. So, this is where we are. We're at the end of the game pretty much. No murder weapon, Then what exactly are we all doing here? For any raiders that don't know me, my name is Narris, but you can call me Mama. I'm a very wide, short stack goth goblin VorTuber. Thank you for joining in the raid, and I hope I can keep you company. Really, darling, you shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. Little boy winner strikes again. Hey, G. What is it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we?
Overruled.
The court hereby denies the defense's request. What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio? She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's go on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we? Evidence would be on file, so no physical presence of evidence should... Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they're panicking and thinking they can't proceed. Just because it's not physically there doesn't mean that they don't have it.
Objection!
Innocent! I'll thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling. And you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? Unless they really don't have it on file because the chief destroyed it before anyone could file it. Then that's a problem. And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. What? What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. In fact, don't imagine most courtrooms would use the actual evidence in trials. Yeah, exactly. That's how it works IRL. But in the game universe, it's usually if you don't have it physically, then you don't have it at all, which is so stupid. But Oh well. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty.
Objection!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone there, Hasty Pants! You can't go dropping a verdict just like that!
Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted?
Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do the little Miss Warden over there is as guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it.
Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of Judge Gavel, who was present when the murder weapon was found, and the Judge Gavel you see before you in the courtroom today are two entirely different people.
Gee, you're killing me here.
I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available.
Objection!
And we have that evidence, just not here. Every attorney out there must have a backpack and saddlebags on at all times. Yeah. No, you just fit it in your pocket. Just put this giant teddy bear with the camera in its eye in your pocket. Put this knife in your pocket. You know, that's all you got to do. Give me some time, just a little. I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor, don't do us like this. Very well, the court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know. There will be a 15-minute... Seriously? Give us an hour. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood. Whew. Saved by the bell, huh? Very well, we will reconvene in 15 minutes. I think she's putting too much pressure on herself here. Like, I think she's like, she doesn't want to upset the defendant, even though the chief is in prison right now and can't destroy or control anything. Pockets deep enough to ravel my tummy, yeah. But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. I've already seen this. I'm just gonna skip. There we go. So did somebody steal it or what? Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, you two. Okay. Miss Barry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch a trial? Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go? It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right? I don't like that he doesn't open his eyes. Simeon, there's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. What? No, they can't. They're not gonna arrest you again, are they? Don't say that. No. Gee, I forgot how easy it is to upset you. Huh? How dare you embarrass me like that? Is that the... Speaking of easy to upset. Oh, Fran. Francina, Friendarella. Chill, okay, just chill. Come on, put the whip away, that's it. That's it. He fires hyper beams out of his eyes. Oh, that'd be awesome. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor! I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Milestar, you gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I'd better at least try. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Franziska. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. What are you gonna do, Franziska? You only have 15 minutes. Don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look on off your face. You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating. It's probably better that I don't rise to that. I never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Franziska. Nor did I. But what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison of no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything. And yet, when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool! God, the fucking... Oh, the mole under her eye is so sexy. The next time I see the little coward, I'll whip him into shape if that's the last thing I do. You go ahead and do that, but quit ticking it on the people around you. Well, I don't have anything related to the case, do I? K-Meister, so you got the old memory back, huh? Sure did. It's me, I'm me again. You had me worried six ways till Sunday. Not that. Other K wasn't a blast. Not that other K wasn't a blast too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Yeah, I guess things did get pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? Pear-shaped? Speaking of, we need to dig up this missing evidence, lickety-split. But we can't count on them putting the trial on hold for much longer. Yeah, it's a stumper, alright. Yeah, they are really weird. Yeah, pear shape is best. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, some of these sentences are really confusing to me. If only some kind soul would offer to go find it for us. That's an expectant look if I ever saw one. Can't help but notice you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee has my badge, that much is true, but I haven't given it up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender. Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Mazio. You sure? I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? G won't be banging that hammer of hers until you've made it back with the goods. I promise. Some are just straight up written incorrectly, like I've seen actual grammatical errors and serious breaches. Yeah. It really feels like this was done in a rush, unfortunately. Thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Franziska? How does that sound? What makes you think I'll accept your help? How about some advice instead? That you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor? Come on, Fran. Clock's a tick-tock in here. Tick-tock. Time to step up to the plate. All right, fine. We will stall the trial for as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead. I'm glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Oh, that sounds fun. Can I play? All right, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well. Well, where should we begin? I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you? Who will we need to speak to in order to find where the evidence went? Eustace. That's right, the supposed custodian of the evidence in question, Eustace Winner. Oh, the new prosecutor guy. Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then. I think we'd better huddle and talk tactics, huh, Fran? Just the two of us. Oh! Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. I'm not reading that. That's awkward. Alright, we need to find Mr. Winner, and fast. There she is. Whoa! Judge Gavelle? Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. A pleasure, as always. A pleasure? How is it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now? Okay, stop it. But Judge Gavelle knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she... Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. She's being blackmailed or something. Is this all Judge Verity Gavelle is? You may believe me, my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving? There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. Edgeworth, we only have 10 minutes left. We can't do mind chess right now. Oh my god. No way. Judge Gavelle met with the president of Zhengfa the night before last. Another one that's 4. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters that I'm not obliged to discuss with you. I'm clearly gonna have to work hard to get her past her professional defenses. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Lily. It's probably like the time chamber. Where, like, we enter this place and then... we have more time and it only lasts like a minute, yeah. In real time. If she puts up too impenetrable of a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. What she met the president to talk about. Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with President Wang to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. I know the president personally. I'm so glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, and occasionally aid to us in the field even. Thank you! I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You returned Kay's promise book to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that that fell within the scope of your duties. Oh, that was easy. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you're a human being. And that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Gavel, and you're allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Tarosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of the movie? He did. Interesting that you should even know what Tartarus? Tartarus? Sounds like toothpaste. Tarosaurus is... Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big... Why is the word big so hard for me to say? Somewhere near the big building? She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the president, we should try and find out what else she might be hiding. Do you know where Eustace is? Franziska stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. But how was she supposed to prosecute if the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And if, once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented. It should surprise no one if the accused goes free. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. Wait, two? Does that mean there's someone else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else. We're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. It's true. You're right, of course. I'm in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Why? Please, Judge Gavel, just tell us the truth. What's going on? I'm... What do I do?
What do I do?
Oh my god. I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her who this person is she's so worried about. Her professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. Judge Gavel, who are you so worried about? And where are they?
My apologies, but I simply can't tell you.
Okay. The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner?
He has not been the same since he discovered the truth about his father.
This is very strange for her. Yeah, it really is.
Of course I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him.
Ooh. Don't lie to me. Oh my god. Okay, that was the wrong one. I'll go ahead and abide there instead, because I don't know if I want to do the top one either.
He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear.
And the other person you're worried about can't?
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Dad. Hi, welcome in. And the head pats, thank you. That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child.
That poor child? Who are you talking about?
Nobody! Please, it was nothing. Ignore it.
Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them? And since you say child, I suppose we're right to assuming that this person is a minor?
I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president.
Ah, damn, okay. This person you're so worried about. A bar? Oh my god! About! Is it Tarasaurus?
I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Tarasaurus.
That was simply shocking at... That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot.
Sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling you.
No, that's not true at all. It's just... Film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a giant man met a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn.
No, why? Why did this have to happen?
Something about the Tarasaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Yeah, she's worried about Sean. You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Tarasaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they?
Jeez. How did you...
You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I need to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell me.
Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about The person I'm so desperate to find is Sean Fenn.
Sean, but why?
That is more than I can allow you to know.
Is she his dad?
Judge Cavell, you said you would tell us the truth.
And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we will have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just gonna have to accept that.
He can be cold and calculating when he wants to be.
Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps?
Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. But this is his first role. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set?
Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today.
You make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you?
No, I misspoke. Ignore me.
Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean. And now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. Do you know Sean personally?
He is famous.
Nuh-uh.
I doubt there are many people who do not know him.
I certainly didn't until today.
Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him.
Yeah, she's his dad. Oh my god, okay. I was supposed to bide there, I think.
Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away.
That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up.
Look, I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him.
I can understand you being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally.
How did I give away so much?
So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. Okay. We're trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be?
Why would I have any idea of that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all.
I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that it does.
Please, Judge Gavel.
You have to help us try and find him.
Help you? That would never be allowed.
By whom? The Goddess of Justice?
By the one person who knows where he is.
Somehow the chief kidnapped him. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Gavel, I need you to tell me the truth. All of it.
Very well. This time, I will tell you everything.
Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped.
I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you?
That is, Sean is. He's my son.
What? Well, we may not have found out what she and President Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting.
You two, the trial's over. It's been, like, half a day.
What? You're Sean's mom, Judge Gavelle? You really are a MILF. No way, come on, you're too young.
It's true, I am Sean's mother. Look.
Aww. A magazine clipping?
An article about Sean. You always carry this with you? Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman.
That certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped?
Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began.
Did they make any demands?
Only one, that Fifi the guard be found not guilty.
Fuck you, Excelsius! Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there.
Yeah, we just saw this game, come on. Have a little faith in your players.
That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent.
It's okay if a flashback happens to something from a previous chapter, but they really, really gotta tone down the flashbacks in the same chapter of something that just happened like 10 minutes ago. Like, they gotta cut that out. Or if you're gonna choose like hard difficulty or something, then remove the flashbacks. I have failed in my duty as a law. In my duty to the law. I'm a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I may make a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest.
Judge Gavelle?
The goddess must be furious with me. But I just couldn't do it. And I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't, are you crazy?
Okay.
No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, declaring the goddess guilty? That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though we all serve the law, we are all also only human. And none of us could, or should, be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict.
Thank you, both of you. But the trial must continue. There's no escaping that.
Your Honor, there you are.
It seems it's time. Judge Gavelle! My dad was a prosecutor. He was? Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a suspect was guilty, that would... I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would? So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. What do you mean? We're gonna find him. To get him back, to snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yotagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you. thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavel, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you?
Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd like to help too, if that's alright with you.
Thank you. I know I'm in no position to ask this of you. But please see that he comes home safely. Okay, we will. You can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again.
You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise.
I will do everything I can to draw out the trial. But I don't imagine I could give you more than about 2 hours at best.
2 hours? That gives us until 2 p.m.
Please, I'm counting on you.
And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical.
Well, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess it up.
In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin?
Home, maybe?
Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind him at the big building.
This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now.
Is that so? Then what am I?
You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yadagarasu. Talk about an honor.
I've been relegated to the thief's assistant.
Alright, let's get to work. Move out. All the jumping. That's cute. Alright, here we are. Ready? 1, on 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay?
What exactly are you talking about? Oh, her phrase thing.
Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you?
Why are you making me do this?
Because the great thief Yadagarasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce her appearance?
You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not.
Ah, fine. I'll do it on my own.
Alright, I'll skip this. I'm very much aware of who you are, thank you.
Now shall we get on with this investigation? Ah, you're no fun at all.
We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We'd better get started.
Alright, well... Alright, well, we have the photo. Let's show it to a few people. See if it jogs any memories. This is the big guy.
Wait, let me examine the cars first.
Oh ho, hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh?
Ever think you ought to maybe lighten up a little? Did you take on any passengers here this morning?
Does a witch wear a pony hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you.
And who was the passenger?
It was 2 guys.
Had on these black suits, real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them?
This boy.
No, like I said, it was just the 2 of them. Alright, never mind, thank you for your help. I thought we might be onto something here. It could be the kidnappers, though. A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here? Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things. Excellent. Then perhaps you could tell me if any vehicles have come in or out of here this morning? None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know. Oh, there's like a hot air balloon in this?
Sean, you in there?
No sign of him here either.
Kinda thought that basket on the back of the truck there looked suspicious.
She's not wrong, it does.
What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck?
The engine's cold. which means it's been here for a while.
No way, you can tell just from that?
And if it's been parked here a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. Okay, interesting. This bus must be for moving the cast and crew around during filming. I believe they call it a sight bus.
Well, it sure is a sight for sore eyes. Sight bus, bright bus, super out of sight bus, 3, 2, 1, gonna drive you through the night bus.
Interesting. I certainly wouldn't say no to a nice, peaceful bus ride home right now.
Hey, you.
Oh, sorry, the map first. It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. Okay. Sunset Station, oh, Sunshine Coliseum! That's from, that's also in, Apollo Justice. The Sunshine Coliseum. They hold all kinds of events there.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool! Thieves from all over the planet, all gathered in one place? I mean, there was that thing where they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police.
And yet you still wanted to go. Daybreak Dump, okay. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port here.
Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something?
I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with.
So what else? Oh, like garbage that washes off to the shore? Shells and fish bones and stuff. Well, who throws that stuff in there in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they ever hear of recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces and yeah.
Let's maybe talk about this another time, shall we? Sundown Station Plant.
What do they make? What, do they make cleaning products there or something?
Sadly not. I think that's just... they just incinerate all the garbage that trucks bring in. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy.
Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see up in the other corner of the map? There's another garbage facility.
Indeed there is. I imagine it possibly fulfills a slightly different function. There seem to be quite a few such facilities in the area.
Yeah. The place is littered with them.
Really? Mornington Park?
I don't really buy into all that stuff. But they do say the light from the sun is the morning gives you more wrinkles, right?
And why are we talking about this?
What do you think? Because they called it Mornington Park?
I'd certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now. This is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now.
It's kind of cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it.
I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again.
Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We can bring Gummy too.
You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Okay, cool.
Hey, you.
Another familiar face. Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met on an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. Mr. Edworth has been working as my assistant.
Good to meet you, but thief? Mr. Edworth has been assisting a thief?
Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's all right.
Sure. I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but sure.
So he'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in.
I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edworth.
Well, yes. But I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. Hi, Masked Dragon, hi.
But if you're Kay here's assistant, I guess this is her case?
Not that simply. I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one.
Don't encourage her.
Alright, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case... Have you noticed anything weird? I mean, perhaps you could give me your impressions?
Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but... Is it all over the production? Is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry.
I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now.
Right? I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either.
Because you were due to finish shooting soon.
No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start.
I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at Global Studios.
I've been so worried about everything, what with people spreading all these rumors, too.
Rumors?
Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters on that there set of yours. You can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that.
I think I know exactly who this journalist might be.
Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you maybe knew her.
But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean?
Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job.
Oh, he plays the... he was in the costume. Oh my gosh.
So you've all been working hard on the movie? Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else over on Global Studios.
If only they put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one?
Me? I'm Tarosaurus himself.
No way! So you're the star?
Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen.
Oh, poor guy. Like, he can't ever get a role without having to wear a mask. Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns.
I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part.
Oh, I get it, because I'm an outsider, right? That's not the issue at all here, Kay. Can I ask you a couple questions about Sean?
Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him.
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid-shoot, you look around sometimes and he's just gone.
Do you have an idea where he might have headed off to?
Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though.
Which direction did he go? Huh, you did? And where was he headed?
He got on the site bus. But I was checking some equipment over, and by the time I looked back up, he was gone.
The site bus? I wonder if he left any clues behind.
Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Sure! You'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Yay, let's go! There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just a case has gone missing. Case? What is he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a large case. Is it a blue case? But I look away for 5 minutes and it's wandered off somewhere.
Sounds like there's a thief around here.
What exactly was taken? Just the case, as far as I can tell.
Oh no, it's a different one.
That's a case large enough to hide someone in.
Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself.
I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents.
Yeah. No, so they emptied the case with the stuff on the ground here. And then took the case.
Where would Sean have been sitting? Sean? Oh, that's his seat with the backpack on it. Huh, there's something poking out of it. A videotape? Huh? We use these when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one? Was there something he wanted to record? That could be a clue. Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright, hitting play.
Aww. Wait. Why are there footprints on the ground then now? Oh, the costume's open! It's zipped open.
It's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines?
Sean was there on his own running his lines. Oh my god, game, really?
You... Edgeworth, I bet he was rehearsing his lines. Flashback, Penny.
He said he was rehearsing his lines. What the fuck? Come on, game. You really have that little faith in me? That was great timing, though. That was funny. I'm not mad at that. That was just funny.
There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must have been from last night. Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with the scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time.
Wow, he's really dedicated, huh? He wants to make Mama proud.
Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it at least. The using the kit without asking part? Not so much. And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own? Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic.
Huh?
What is it, Kay? Where did Sean go?
He ran off somewhere.
And just left the camera running?
Shh. No working, it's okay. It's okay, boof, boof, boof. No working.
It stopped. Guess he ran out of tape.
So that's all that's on there? Sean's rehearsal?
Okay. It's 1/2 midday already.
You think Judge Gavel and the others are doing okay?
I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder?
We have to find Sean!
Indeed we do.
Ah, heck, not like that, dang it! Out, Emma. Out of there. Come on, out of my desk. There we go, sorry. Lay down next to me. There you go, see? Lay down in your bed next to me. Oh, thigh cam, okay. Let me just quickly do that for a minute or two. There we go. I'm gonna cover up the screen, but oh well. Oh, yep. I knew it. Tabby was her assistant. How do you think we're gonna get us a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop friends, wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. It's scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief. Oh, welcome in, Siege.
And look who it is. Although I can't help but wish it wasn't.
When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. We should talk to them.
Should we? Fine.
Yeah, we'll talk to you two.
Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she?
Sure does, cause that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 cub reporter. Seems my unique brand of shutterbugging caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler, not a scrapper, but the both of us are hungry for scoop soup 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right?
Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes.
Sure, she didn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, is she hungrier than me even.
So am I.
I am very hungry right now. I'm gonna take another bite of Kit Kat. Sorry. Alright, I think that's enough time. No, it's... gosh. It's a bit costly for just 1 or 2 minutes. I'll stay for just... Another like 1 or 2 minutes. I'll keep my thighs on screen. Make it more fair for the price. Oh! Thank you for the head pads, Skelly. Oh god. Hold on, sorry. Oh my god, sorry, I inhaled something weird there. And she wants a Tarasaurus exclusive batter, and a coyote wants chicken. Oh, I want chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has? Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. Yeah, I think just a tiny crumb of Kit Kat. It's just like, I inhaled it, and it just hit the back of my throat wrong. I'm okay. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agreed. We need all the help we can get to find Sean.
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll adjust the thigh cam redeem and make it so that I don't remember if I said 1 or 2 minutes on it. I'll make it so that it's at least 3, because that is costly with 1,000 points currently, so. And there you go. Whoop, there we go. Whoops, I did the wrong thing again.
So now that the story of the underground auction is in the bag, what's next?
Come on, as if you ever need to ask. Tarasaurus, that's what. Fate done dropped him right in my dang lap, snuck in upstairs to go cover the auction, and then he shows up right at the front doorstep, and stomps big old footprints everywhere for good measure.
And do you have a particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop?
Does a bear do its business in the woods? Yes. I got me 2 or 3 in mind. They'll be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in Big Building. Tabby and me, we're in and out of there all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how fond they seem to be on throwing us out on our ears, but still. Oh, poor girls. Sounds as if they're both more out than in. Now listen here, you low-down, dirty prosecutor. Tyrannosaurus is mine. Mine, you hear? I'll track down every last lead there is to find about that big bad bull. You see if I don't. From footprints to the finest strand of his stray hair, and a single teeny tiny thing about that to pass me by. Strands of stray hair? That's what you're focused on? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, don't worry. You're nowhere near that stage just yet. And besides, your dad had a fine head of hair, right? Thick and healthy, and yeah. And we all lose the odd strand from time to time. There's nothing to worry about, I promise. That's not what I was worried about at all. But I did find it oddly comforting. Oh, girl can do all she wants to take photos for the good old people. Don't mean she won't still get a score back from crouching behind a big old statue like that. Speaking of which, you claimed that you saw I keep trying to say Tartasaurus while you were back there. And seeing I danged well did, and now I'm done proved he's real. That's really gonna do the people some good. Think about it, this changes every dang thing. I done talked about it plenty. Like I said, it's all for the good of the people, everything I do. Just like when you testified against Edgeworth, that was for the good of the people. I guess it would change things. Imagine if Gordy turned out to be real too. Right? And what about aliens and ghosts? And time machines and the lost treasures of the ancients? Things will sure change once we prove all the stuff's real too. The world won't ever be the same again. Wow, I never thought about it like that. Maybe that really would be good for people. I strongly advise you not to take everything Miss Hart just said with a sizable pinch of salt, Kay. Okay, let's talk to Tabby. Well, if it ain't my good friend Ruffles, good to see you all again. I'm trying to differentiate the two with my voice, but I don't know if it's gonna be that different, sorry. And you, Miss Lloyd, but how come you're here if you don't mind me asking? Okay, that's from the first case, but I remember. Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though. Yeah, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the prosecutor's life. President's life! I'm doing a good job, thank you, Sage. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that. But, Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape. Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Wrote up the whole thing, of course. Every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed it into the paper, hopes it all high and all. But nothing, not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them? Or were the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something? Hey, maybe I didn't make it this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your back, you gotta scratch hers first, if you catch my meaning. You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article? Bingo! And it better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over. We do need to know about what might have happened to Sean. Do we have anything?
Oh, okay, that's just... Okay, you can record a playback sound. Oh my god. Jeez, okay. Maybe this? Miss Lloyd, this picture.
Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're gonna ask.
Huh? You do?
You're looking for him, right? The kid?
How do you know that? What?
You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right?
Is my reputation really so sordid?
And now you done got yourself wrapped up in the kidnapping too. Crazy.
How do you know this?
Pipe down, will ya? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want it out of the bag just yet.
Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Gavel hasn't told anybody except us.
I bet you'd just love to know, wouldn't you? Well, you can't. It's a secret.
She's as stubborn as ever, it seems.
Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercoat of a face. So, you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled up by two shady characters in black suits. What? Do you know where they went? Nope, don't got a clue. They was kind of far away when I spotted them, lost sight pretty quick. Dang it! Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now.
Yes, 2 men in black. Okay, let's combine them then. Men in black. 2 men. So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw 2 men taking Sean away. And the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar-looking men a ride.
They must be the same people, right?
I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the 2 men didn't have a child with them. But did they have a case?
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Stolen from the next bus, its contents were left behind. Aw, dang it, I thought that would work. Should I ask the taxi guy again? Or is he just gonna say the same thing? Oh, same thing, okay. Oh yeah, this wouldn't really make sense to do. I'll try these 2. There we go. Okay. Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case?
Wait, you mean...
Yes, what if they put Sean inside it?
He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him?
Might be that he was loaded into the truck as baggage.
But why did they need to hide him?
The trunk as baggage, sorry. Oh my god, my nose is still stuffy. I hate this, sorry. I imagine they might not have planned it to originally. But they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza.
Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean.
So they took a rather drastic measure.
That must be it. All right, let's go see what that taxi driver can tell us.
The two men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they! A giant case! Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell you.
Confirmed, nice. That settles it, they must have been the kidnappers.
Where did you take these two men, if you don't mind me asking? Look, I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there?
Oh, please, yes. That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
All right, thank you. My pleasure, folks. Oh, where could he be, though? Where is he? Like, where's this gonna drop us off?
Oh, did they have to drive so fast? I feel kind of queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself.
Hey, I resent that. I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here.
Which means this must be where they brought the case. No way, look at the name on the mailbox.
The name? What? Excelsius Winner? Yeah, I knew it.
This must be that chairman guy's house.
What? Excelsius Winner ordered Sean's kidnapping? Isn't he currently under arrest?
Nice, the garage door is unlocked.
Why? You spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. Why is it unlocked? It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner Sr. must be something of a motorhead.
Anybody home? No? Anybody?
What are we, Kay? Common house thieves?
You take that back! We're great thieves, and don't let me ever hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth.
She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested.
Don't let your guard down yet. We're only just getting started here. Now, let's find us some treasures.
Aren't we supposed to be looking for Sean? Okay, let's see. Well, there's the case. I think we know what this is. Yes, this has to be it. The equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen.
They folded little Sean up, packed him in there, and shipped him all the way here, huh?
He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he's still here.
Then we better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this. And yours as my assistant.
Sure it is.
Look, a treasure!
These are mechanics gloves. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines.
They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine, too.
And strangely, dirt. An awful lot of dirt. I doubt they would have gotten like that from motorcycle maintenance.
Oh, I hate this guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot. Me too, actually. I think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to borrow these?
I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Yeah, just make note of it.
No way, this bike is super cool! There's even a skull over the headlight.
I suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when you turn it on.
Really? Wow. I'll bet it's still nothing compared to when you get that steely glint in your eyes.
My eyes don't actually light up, Kay. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here.
That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever became a judge, I'm getting one like this.
I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in a courtroom.
Really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead?
Please don't, Kay. Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me you won't do that. Huh?
There's somebody in the back there.
Sean? Sean, is that you?
Sean, stay right there. We're coming. Huh?
That's... Is it Eustace?
What the... what?
Kay swings both ways violently with a shovel. But Mr. Winner?
What? What is he doing here? Wait, this is Chairman Winner's house, right? Which means...
Yes, it's Mr. Winner's home too, presumably. So how did he wind up like this?
Did Excelsius just say to the kidnappers, like, just go kidnap that kid? Like, with no description of what he looks like, and then they're like, oh, here's a kid. Let's take him. Ugh, oh my god.
Untie him, Kay.
A little expert rope work, huh? Leave it to me. Alright, like this and through there, and you're free. Are you okay, Eustace?
Oh, poor kid. Oh my god. He looks like he's been through hell.
He has.
How did you come to be tied up down here?
I don't know! You found me! Why don't you tell me?
Because we don't know, which is why we're asking.
I'm not sure you're gonna be able to get much out of him like this.
No, in which case, there's only one thing for it.
My chessboard is in my mind! Leave it to Edgeworth!
The last time we saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here?
You don't understand! You don't know what it's like being me!
Oh my god, 5? Jesus. He's been through a lot. It's gonna be hard to know what might cause him to lose control. In which case, I guess I may just have to quietly listen to what he has to say. I'm gonna save.
Just in case. Why me? Why am I always the last one to know? The butt of every joke. Oh my god.
He clearly has questions. I'll have to do my best to try and answer them. But he's also clearly in no fit state for this. I'll need to try and finish this quickly. I should figure out what he needs to hear and try to calm him down. I'll save right before this then. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace.
No, I won't! Even if I did, it's not like you'd listen to me. What's in this? Why aren't you shouting? Why aren't you shouting objection? You always shout objection!
What? You're really gonna listen to me? Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize.
That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I ever had in a single morning. Everything I thought I worked for, it was all a lie. Dad just made it happen. So tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now?
Yourself. You can do it, kid. You can lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience I can't give you, but knowledge, that I'm happy to offer. I had some time to think while I was tied up like that, and I realized something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm incompetent? I don't even know the right word. I think the word you're looking for is incompetent. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult. So I need you to trust me on something. Edworth really be out here trying to give a therapy session? Yeah. Yeah. You're getting better at this, Eustace. Day by day, inch by inch. I swear it. Now I need to ask you something. Will you help me out? Sure. What do you want to know? Well, first of all, thank you for calming down. Next, I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been? No, of course I don't! If I did, I've told you already! Okay, I need a clue for that track. Do you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you? What do you mean? Why does anybody kidnap anybody? For ransom, right? Okay. Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home? Don't you think I want to know that too? I like that this one is based around building him back up. Yeah. Yeah! Oh, I love that about this one. Yeah, we're trying to uplift him rather than break him down. I like that. I'm the victim here! What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? They locked me up in that box, then locked me up in here. I was so scared. And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said? I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house. What? Okay, hold on, I'm plugging my phone in. So he was told that his dad was responsible for kidnapping him. And he just had to sit here, tied up, that whole time? The owner of this house? That's your father, isn't it? It is? I guess it is, huh? Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were people who hated my dad. That's not it, at least not based on what else we know of the situation. But there was some kind of link between the kidnappers and Miss Winter Sr. that could be a clue. Okay. Your captor wanted you easily at hand. And where you could be more convenient than one's own, and where could be more convenient than one's own home? I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father. What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That he was gonna kill me? Why are you ignoring me? Is this some game of yours? Are you trying to make me feel even worse? No. Ah, damn it. Okay. Your father was behind the kidnapping. Should I choose no, of course not, then? What good would that have done him? His own son den at the family garage? How would he would instantly have become the prime suspect? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped? Well, it won't have been for a ransom, not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. Maybe making sure that the trial went through for Lagarde. Maybe. Like as part of that plan. Do you have any idea why someone might want to kidnap you? Why would somebody kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom? Yeah, that is kind of weird. Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping? No, I just answered their stupid question, and then they grabbed me. Their question? What did they ask you? Stop glaring at me like that. What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel. Of course. Things are starting to fall into place now. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Sean Fenn. Because he wanted to force Her Honor into declaring Warden Lagarde not guilty. Wait, Gavel has a son? And it was also Lagarde would be found not guilty? I think you were mistaken for Sean, and that's why you were kidnapped. What? You mean I went through all that by mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where... Where what? Have you remembered something? No, it's nothing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. Meaningless. Just go. Just leave me alone. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's so stupid. That they asked only that simple question. This isn't good. I think I pushed him as far as he can reasonably be punished. Pushed! Not punished, pushed! I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what it is he just remembered. Judging by his fragile demeanor, I'd say he's still suffering considerably. I need to ask him... I need to help him get back on his feet. You remembered something just now. What was it? I didn't remember anything. All I remember is... him! You mean your father? Him? You mean your father? No! I didn't mean to bring him up! I'm nothing compared to him. I'd never have been made prosecutor if he didn't help me. I've been wanting to ask about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor? What do you mean? I think... You think it too, don't you? That I wasn't meant to be one? That I'm not good enough? Say something, will you? You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason. It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it at all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me. I've often felt that much the same about my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor. Really? You have? But you're a real one. A good one. A success. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so. You wanted your father's approval. I can well understand that. You can? I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless. You're not covering for your father in any way. You're not covering for your father in any way, are you? Huh? No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done? You have a strong desire to be of use to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say? I mean,
Why can't I be? Just once in my stupid life. Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name?
Clear his name. It isn't possible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one.
Huh? I never knew that.
In your father's case, though, it's going to be hard. His crimes continue as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him?
But what else do I have? What else am I supposed to do?
Why don't you be the better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes.
Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. I'll prove him wrong about everything.
It seems to have calmed him down again. Now I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. Was that the third one or the second one? I think it was the third one. What's the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde?
Sorry, I don't know much about that.
You can't think of anything? Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue.
Oh, I think they maybe worked together once, and...
And? What is it? What else have you remembered?
I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her.
Interesting. And did he have any particular reason to recommend her?
I guess he thought she was good at her job, unlike me. I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor.
The third piece, down to 2. What was he like back then? Was he different at all?
Oh, he was amazing.
There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know,
Or a case file he hadn't read.
An intimate knowledge of cases and the evidence pertaining to them, huh? Key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it to the courtroom. And the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. Did you misplace them somehow?
No, that's not what happened. You haven't heard my side of the story. I thought I was putting them in the safest place there was. But, what did I do? What did I do?
Guess I'd better send out a lifeboat and bring him in. I think I know where you thought would be the safest place possible. With your father, isn't that correct?
Stop whipping yourself, dude. He told me it would be I'll be safe with him. He said there was nowhere safer.
Well, I'm afraid he betrayed your trust, and in the ugliest way possible.
So he got rid of it? Why, Dad? What were you thinking?
Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There's no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you. There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Winner's possession. And we still don't know where Sean is. We need to get back out there and find him.
It's all my fault. What do I do now?
I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with a reality he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he means to do now. There's no way around it, so the road ahead will be a hard one. But maybe this is fate, and maybe my job is to point him in the right direction. So, what now, Eustace?
Well, first I'm gonna give this stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. My dad always said the clothes make you a man, but I'm no man.
It's clothes make thee man, Eustace.
It is? Thanks, Edgeworth.
I'm learning a lot from you today. That's good to hear. Now about the jacket. Why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it?
Alright, let's do it! Let's make it so nobody ever makes fun of me again.
But how? How do I get there? Tell me, what do I need to do?
I just don't know.
I need a clue, okay. Do you mean to be like your father? To continue to ignore the truth?
Come on, give me a break, will you? Can't a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs some? When he needs one?
Are you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used.
Huh?
It's not? Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time where there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways.
That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that.
Edgeworth, yeah, offer to be his help. If you could muster the courage to try to find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help.
You would?
But only if you really mean to try.
I don't want to be like my dad.
You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I see it now. Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace?
I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. I probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I?
The only person who can answer that question is you. Only you can decide what path you choose to walk.
Then, I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it.
He's told me that he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. He wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself, and it tells us where he means to go next. And get back to where the clue was for... The decision he made should serve as a good guide as to what he should do next. There we go, I think we got it. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy. But the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you've chosen it, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have, and it's a choice you made all on your own. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself and in the path you've chosen. Mistaken for Sean and kidnapped by his own father's underlings. And losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor after his father stole his evidence. He's been through so much in the span of a single day, more than I can imagine. Whew! There we go. Done.
No!
Aw, he ran off. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast. He's particularly speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. Oh my god. How long is this segment? Jeez. Oh, we don't have much time left. I think we'd better check in with Fender, who wants an update on what we've discovered. I know you aren't exactly father material, Edgeworth, but give the poor kid a— yeah. Or like a handshake or something. Eustace ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? We're just updating Fender, nothing else will change. Francisco will continue for the prosecution.
Okay. Is that really alright, though?
It's gonna have to be. Like you say, Eustace ran off. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. Not the best stopping point, but I think I need to, I think that's a good place for me to end for today, I think.